cool, there's already a dent in it. I probably did that. Cool, 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 cool. I have $351 worth of Westman Atelier on my face right now. Do you feel different? I feel different. What's up, guys? If I've got stuff in my teeth, it's because I'm eating a cookie for breakfast right now. It's been a real doozy of a week, and it's only Wednesday, but today we are going to be playing with a doozy of some products, a doozy of a brand. So first and foremost, let's just go ahead and get it out of the way. We today are playing with a $62 mascara. Like, the words leave my mouth and I feel completely absurd. And I know that, like, this is such a cheap shot, right? This is like, well, no pun intended. It's easy for me to sit here and talk about, oh my god, I can't believe how expensive this mascara is. I will say, for all of the ways that I braced myself for spending $62 on a mascara, I still kind of in the back of my mind expected to open this bottle and a genie to come out and like grant me 3 wishes that were going to change my life. And like on that level, I'm already disappointed. So this is the Westman Atelier new clean mascara. I want to make sure I put Westman Atelier, the words, front and center in this video as much as I possibly can so that algorithm picks it up, because this is a very expensive video to make. Let's Westman Atelier get our money's worth. So I also have the foundation, which you guys have already seen tested on my channel, but we're going to do it anyway. I absolutely love this. No secrets there. I also have the highlight. Nope, that's not it. I also have the highlighter, which is in the same container as the bronzer. I just had my coffee and like not that many calories, so I'm gonna be just like, this is the Light Up Highlight Stick that I did not love when I used it before, but a lot of the comments on that video were like, you know, Gucci Westman says to use that kind of as a primer, like an illuminating primer. And I was like, oh, okay, so a $50 illuminating primer stick. Cool, but that's what we're gonna do. And then I also got the bronzer in the shade Biscuit, which has gotta be one of the best shade names of all time. So I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use mostly, literally, like my whole face is gonna be almost entirely Westman Atelier. This is such like an easy face of makeup. And then also I got the blush in Petal. So thanks Barney's for taking all of my money. If you are unaware, Westman Atelier is a brand founded by Gucci Westman, a professional makeup artist who has created this makeup line essentially to mimic the look of natural skin, be your very quick, very few step, very expensive makeup routine. And the products that I have tried, ooh, actually I forgot. I also will try and integrate this in there. It's not in a stick, so it like wasn't in my brain. But yeah, this is the Westman Atelier Super Loaded Tinted Highlight in Peau de Pêche. It's more of the fun gauntlet of trying to open this. One of you guys told me you like sent it almost flying across the room. I was like, I feel you. It's like impossible to open. There we go. It's basically actually like a shimmer blush. We're gonna maybe try and use that today. Anyway, yes, it is supposed to be some of the most clean ingredients that you can possibly wear on your face. We will get into the actual ingredients and all the claims and everything like that after we put this on my face. So let's zoom in and I will start putting makeup on. Okay, so we're going to start with the foundation cream stick. You can tell I have used, you know, quite a bit of this if you can see that, but the way that it's meant to be used is not as a stick that you put all over your face and then blend. It is more supposed to be blended with a brush onto the skin in sort of like a whisper format. And that whisper format is going to blend seamlessly into your skin. And honestly, it does. It just goes on so flawlessly, so beautifully. I have it in the shade Westman. I have it in the shade Atelier Zero. Oh man, I'm random this morning. I woke up with O-Town stuck in my head. I've been walking around the house all morning just being like, 'cause I want it all or nothing at all, with like all the key changes and everything, because I'm a great singer. So as you can see, that's a pretty chill blend. I've put it underneath my eyes. I've put it, you know, on my chin and my melasma. It kind of is what I would call like a multi-purpose, highly pigmented foundation concealer stick situation. They should print that on the side. So we can even build that up just a touch underneath my eyes, kind of in my little dark spot at the bottom of my tear troughs. I took this on my honeymoon. I feel like it just is one of those products that it's like a trick deck of cards. Like it does whatever you want it to. It just, you ask it to do something and it's like, ta-da! Like it's just so, so good. The only thing I wouldn't recommend is trying to just like pile this all over your face. It's just not what it's meant for, and it's just gonna kind of fight you the whole way, because it is so highly pigmented, if you do try and like build the crap out of it, it'll just start to kind of break up and not look that cute. So I'm also not gonna be wearing powder on this today just because I don't think that that's what this is meant for. So the next thing I'm gonna do actually is throw everything on the ground. I'm gonna put on a little bit of contour from Kiki's palette just because there isn't really a contour in this, and I think that it makes a really big difference when you're wearing so few products on your face to just go ahead and lay down this groundwork. If you're unfamiliar with Kiki's palette, if this is like the first video of mine that you're watching, my friend Kiki G here on YouTube put out a palette, the Salt New York palette, and all of these Cream Tint Pros that are in here, and while I love all of them, everyone has a favorite child, and my favorite of Kiki's children is the contour. Let's move on to a new product that you guys have not yet seen on my channel, and that is, oh no, the whole point was the highlighter stick. We're supposed to put it on as a primer. Guys, I don't really like this product. I don't know. I love the way that it looks because it's so like iridescent and beautiful, but like I kind of think it's a blessing. I mean, whatever, I'll just put it where it belongs and then we can put a little more foundation on top. This is not going to necessarily be like a revelatory foundation wear test. That's not the point of this. So we're already off to an auspicious start. How's you guys' week going? Is it just me? I don't know. I put this on Instagram, but like all my Aries people out there, do you feel like Libra season is Aries retrograde? And by that I mean, I think a lot of people think that like Mercury retrograde is when like life just comes and on you. Like that's not the point. The point is that it's when like a bunch of stuff revisits you. Things that you've left undone, especially having to do with like communication and technology and things like that, it kind of comes back and it revisits you. I'm telling you guys, day one of Libra season, day one, I get a letter in the mail from my HOA saying that I owe them money, which is ridiculous because they have tried to charge me twice. I paid them twice and they have cashed both checks. I am paid through the end of the year, but they still sent me a bill. And I'm gonna have to get on the phone with those jerks. Let's move on to bronzer. We've got it in Biscuit here. It's called the Face Trace Contour Stick, but as you will see, guys, this is very much a bronzer shade. I mean, yes, it's got coolness to it, but I don't want to use it as a contour. It's definitely not that like contour gray that I use from Kiki's palette. I'm actually going to put this on a sponge because I find that it pushes the product around less. So not only that, I got a medical bill, which was fun. And then got a nice fat envelope from the IRS, which honestly sent me into this like just anxiety tailspin. I have like not been able to sleep. And it's because of the way that one of my affiliates reports. They report their income, not my percentage of income. And, you know, my CPA in recent years has handled that, but this was like all the way back till 2017 when I was like trying to do my own taxes. And so they literally think I made like $35,000 more than I reported. And so they tried to like slap me with like, you owe this amount of money plus this amount of interest plus this amount of penalty for underreporting your taxes. And I was just horrified. I just like immediately got on the phone with my CPA. I had to go buy printer ink yesterday. Because I was like, well, I need to get this printer working because obviously I'm gonna have to print out a lot of paperwork and then send it back snail mail to the IRS. And for any of you guys who's like typing a comment right now being like, Kaki, make sure it's not a scam. I know, it's not a scam, trust me. So this is the contour, which I think is a bronzer. I mean, you could use it as a contour, but it's decidedly warm. It's a decidedly like tan color. And it's absolutely gorgeous. The formula on all of these cream products is so, so beautiful, and I enjoy them very much. I wore this entire same face of makeup yesterday, mainly because I wanted to get my thoughts together on the mascara before I did a wear test, because there's really nothing more annoying than being like, okay, I'm just gonna flash the results on the screen. I don't know. So I wanted to have my full idea of the mascara before I even like put it on, but we will get there. The next thing I'm gonna try and use, if I can, you know, open sesame here, is, there we go, the Super Loaded Highlight. I'm gonna stick my sponge in there. Even the sponge doesn't really pick it up evenly. It kind of is patchy, but it goes on the skin pretty well. And you know, if it doesn't cooperate with WESTMAN Atelier products, what is it going to cooperate with, you know? So using it on an all cream face should work. Petal right here ended up being like one of the most beautiful shades of anything that I've ever put on my face. It like totally mimics my lip color, which is fantastic, especially for winter skin, you know, when I'm not gonna be going for like this crazy like over tan thing. You can see immediately it's like the color of my lips if my lips didn't have a bunch of concealer on them. But to be fair, I mean, you know, now I have like my full comfortable face of makeup in Westman Atelier with the exception of the contour. And you know, we've got a shimmer blush, we've got a matte blush, we've got a really beautiful bronzer. I'm putting too much blush on. We're all on the same page, you know what I mean? It's status quo at this point. Like Westman Atelier has provided me everything that I need to thrive. Easy, absolutely beautiful. I'm going to use just a little bit more of the foundation and just sort of like back away from the precipice. But story checks out in terms of Westman Atelier being so fast that even when I'm running my mouth ad nauseum, it still only takes me like 10 minutes to put it on, you know? They don't, to my knowledge, make a powder. So again, we're not gonna be powdering this, but I kind of want to because one of the biggest shortcomings that I had with the mascara was that it does flake, and I think that having a full cream face around it on my eyes and everything like that does not help that situation. It definitely is going to encourage the breakdown of a mascara formula if it's just kind of touching something oily all the time. That's how we take mascara off, is with something oily. So anyway, brows, lips, quickly. Brows Glossier. 10% off with link below. Do I need to bronze my neck a little bit? I think that I do. I forgot to do that in my last video and I regretted it. I was like, that is a really pretty makeup look, but I think even in the beginning of the video I said I would bronze my neck and I just never did. We're just gonna do a little bit. It's so beautiful. And I did try putting the cheek color on my lips. I found that it was just a little too much look. It does go on almost like a lipstick. And so I'm just going to let my natural lip color shine through. Little Glossier lip gloss. Up there in my favorite things on planet Earth. Okay, I mean, like, if I wanted to never worry about makeup ever again, I would get rid of everything else and just wear Westman Atelier. But this $62 mascara has a different story to tell, okay? So this is what she looks like. Hi, Hallie. So I'm going to go ahead and spoil it for you guys. This is just a mascara. It's not a tubing mascara. It's not a waterproof mascara. It's not even really a budge-proof mascara. It's just a mascara. Let's put it on. Actually, let's curl my lashes first. Let's see, Gucci Westman has a tutorial. Let's see.
My I Love You mascara in clean black. So I like to start at the root of the lash and kind of just swivel my way up.
So like how you put on mascara?
It's on the entire night. There's no transfer, there's no pilling, there's no crumbling, and you don't get any clumping when you apply. Okay, Gucci Westman from the actual face of the brand herself says that there is no smudging or flaking or breaking up or anything like that. I will put some pictures on the screen of what it looks like when it washes off, because there is definitely, I don't know, a high bar in my life for wash off, and I think that if I'm going to pay $62 for a mascara, it should wash itself, well, I guess it does wash itself off, but it should like come off with absolutely like no punishment whatsoever. Even the Ilia mascara comes off without raccoon eyes. It's not a tubing mascara, but it does wash off completely clean. Like, there's no technology here. So there is one eye versus the other. And yes, I've been using some lash serums to get my lashes to grow, but it's a very lengthening mascara. It's a very, very good at lengthening my eyelashes, and it builds really nicely. If I continue putting this on, leaving a few minutes for it to dry a little bit and then put another layer on, it will start to really build very believable volume without clumping up.
that is one thing I will give it. It is also pretty matte, which I also like because it means that it kind of absorbs light instead of reflecting it, which I feel like makes your eyelashes look more bold. So it is only in black, clean black, and it's very, very pretty. It's very, very pretty when it goes on. I like the brush. It's a really good kind of basic fat brush. There's no like gimmicks or technology here. It's not like a, you know, it's got a bunch of like wavy boops in it or like the plastic bristles or anything like that, or like one side's different than the other like the Ilia. It's just a regular old brush, very unpretentious in the context of this packaging. And you know, I will say, I am no stranger to, and also I am not above, paying for a luxury experience. I don't want to seem like, you know, if this is your first video that you've ever been to with me, I'm not like this person who's sitting here like, oh my god, Westman Atelier is so expensive, nothing should ever be this expensive, doesn't matter how good a quality it is, like spending this much money on makeup is ridiculous. That's not my point at all. I just, if I'm going to pay for a luxury experience, I want a luxury experience. It needs to feel like the equivalent of champagne on my eyes. You know what I mean, like champagne mascara. And this does not feel like champagne mascara. It feels just very, like, almost, I don't think that I'd be able to tell the difference between this and the Well People, other than that the Well People builds volume a little more slowly. Okay, so even though that looks insane, it's like not my favorite thing to wear mascara on my lower lash line, I want to wear it there so that you guys can kind of see the worst case scenario of how this is going to behave today. I want to make sure that we give this the best chance it can to perform or not perform. Okay, so this luxurious 96% natural origin mascara combines innovative plant-powered technology with creamy conditioning ingredients in a densely packed nylon brush, volumizes, defines, and curls. The result is supercharged lashes that are glossy, pitch black, and healthy from the root. So they're claiming that this is a glossy mascara, so I'm full of you know what. No silicones, no parabens, no PEGs, no phthalates, no synthetic fragrances, no animal testing. $62. Key ingredients, oh god. This is such an epidemic of these like really high-end clean beauty brands, is that they go and they dig up these really, really strange like buzz ingredients that you can't pronounce that are just like, oh my god, we harvested this from like the Himalayas and you know, your eyelashes are just never gonna be the same. Galactorhabinin, a polysaccharide derived from larch trees. What is this, Dr. Seuss? For its weightless hydrating and lash conditioning properties. Sunflower seed carnauba and beeswaxes for volume, not vegan. Structure and clean black pigments that stay put. Capryl hydromaxic acid, a gentle preservative booster made from coconut oil, so coconut oil, not that it's really, you know, affecting your skin. For antimicrobial protection, chicory root extract for its lush, thickening, and bodifying effect on lashes. So, super black volumizing mascara because the eye's definition wakes up the face. That's what mascara does. This creamy conditioning formula nurtures lashes so they look healthy, hydrated, and super glossy. I'm not getting glossy. Like, I'm glad that I'm not getting glossy, but like, Thrive is glossy. This is not glossy. To get those little lashes at the inner corners, turn the brush vertically. Again, how you use mascara. So, no claims here really, guys. You know, that other than this is a mascara. I do not feel like I was duped. I just really expected to be pleasantly surprised. And I'm just gonna say it right now, I'm not a believer. My mind has not changed. It's just a mascara. So on the other products that I will, you know, I'm gonna do a full wear test on this just so that we have like a check-in at the end in case this is the first video that you guys have watched of me doing Westman Atelier. I don't wanna like refer you guys back to some encyclopedia of my old videos and make you watch them. This is going to be, you know, a fully encapsulated video. So Vital Skin Foundation Stick. It is $68 for this, but I'm honestly like, I will repurchase this as the day is long. It is so, so good. And it comes in a crap ton of shades, all of them really pale. Seriously? That's really uncool. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They have 14 shades, you guys. 13 of which are really like white girl shades. That's so not cool. Westman Atelier? Oh my gosh. I thought maybe like the actual swatches would look different, you know, like maybe if I clicked on it, it was just like the color of the little circle was going to be sort of off. No, these are all like medium girl shades, just like medium tan. And it's weird because Atelier 1 is like considerably too like yellow for me, or yellow green, like olive for me. And like, then where did you go for that middle section if you didn't go to deep? Anyway, that's a lot of work for not a lot of payoff. So, Luxurious Cream Foundation, rich in antioxidants and formulated with active ingredients to combat redness, calm irritation, even out complexion, and boost moisture. Molten texture melts into the skin for radiant natural finish. Your natural skin effortlessly enhanced. Key ingredients: vegetable-derived squalane. Restores suppleness and flexibility to the skin with enhanced luminosity and radiance. Oh, here we go. Phytosphingosine, a potent skin identical compound that helps skin identical compound. What'd you do? Did you put a person in a blender? I don't understand. Sorry, that's a straw man argument. But anyway, Berry Flux Vita is a potent active ingredient extracted from raspberry cells for its deep moisturizing and youth preserving properties. Camellia seed oil, coconut oil. I'm sorry. I feel like that's kind of a thing. It's like in order to get this consistency of like a makeup, we're either working with dimethicone, coconut oil, or like beeswax, or like some amalgam of the three, like, you know, caprotriglyceride, something like that's also derived from coconut. We're trying to work without silicones for a lot of these products. Dimethicone is technically sort of a pseudo-silicone, but outside of that, I feel like a lot of these brands go to coconut oil like next, because A, it's like a buzz ingredient, and B, coconut is like pH extremely similar to human beings, like our skin pH. Like in like developing countries in South America and stuff, I've been told this from people who like, you know, lived and worked there. In poor areas, if you needed like a blood transfusion or needed to be put on some kind of drip or something, they would literally just hook you up to a coconut, because coconut water is so similar to our blood. Is that wild? Like from a nutrients and like pH standpoint, I know someone is going to come for me in the comments being like, Khaki, that is like so scientifically incorrect. Basically, coconut is very, very similar to our pH, is my understanding. And I think that that's why people kind of go for that ingredient. Feel free to come for me in the comments. Hashtag I'm not a scientist. The Baby Cheeks blush stick comes in 5 colors. We have Chouchette Petal, which is the one I have. Doo-doo. Dow Dow? It's D-O-U-D-O-U. I see doo-doo. Pop It, which is poppy pink, and Minette, which is a luminous peach. I will take all of them. Thank you. But that surprises no one. So $50 for that guy. And I'm pretty sure this is very similar in ingredients. Triple botanical blend of light Ayurvedic oils to soothe and nourish. Vitas Vita grape extract to detoxify skin cells, promoting the production of skin's own collagen hyaluronic acid. So they actually don't call out the same ingredients as the foundation. I do think that even though this does have like an opacity to it, it is a little bit more accommodating for deeper skin tones than you might think. It's just a very pure pigment. Like, you know, I can always be wrong, but the way that this blends out, there doesn't seem to be any kind of like white pigment behind it. I would hope that it'd be creamy and emollient enough to work on any skin tone, even though they don't accommodate everybody in their foundation shades. So the Lit Up highlighter stick is $48. That is just one that I would completely skip. It really doesn't make any difference in your makeup. I feel like as a highlighter, it's gonna settle into crow's feet that I don't even have. And as a primer, it's too slick. I would rather use something that's a little bit grippier, or even if I'm gonna do something slick, I would rather use like Tatcha the Silk Canvas. This is pretty much the only primer that's a proper primer that I really like believe in, because this keeps your makeup from like seeping into your pores. It puts like a healthy barrier between your skin and your makeup, and it makes your makeup go on really smoothly. But it has caused foundations to oxidize in the past, which is why I don't really use it for foundation wear tests. Anyway, I would skip the highlighter stick. It's not my favorite. The contour stick only comes in one shade, Biscuit. It is also $48. And key ingredients are jojoba oil, Berry Flux Vita, biomimicry technology, anti-pollution skin. I hate when people say anti-pollution. It drives me crazy, guys. Like, there's no way to prove a claim of anti-pollution. I don't even want to talk about it. It gets me fired up. And then finally, the super loaded cheek is $75 frigging dollars. This was the most expensive thing, and they don't even do like a replaceable pan if I were to ever actually use this. I can't emphasize this enough. This is a very heavy all metal package, but I would love to be able to buy a replacement pan. And on the website, they have two shades. They have Peau de Soleil, which is a warm bronze gold, and then they have the one that I have, which is Peau de Pêche. This is like a bronzy peach, honestly, like an orangey taupey peach when it goes on the skin. Not a highlighter, especially for their foundations basically like saying in no uncertain terms that this is not meant for deep skin toned girls, and then giving me a highlighter that doesn't work for white girls. I don't know, guys. Westman Atelier, Gucci Westman, she needs to kind of get her story straight. 75 stinking dollars. That said, I think that they missed the mark on this. I'm going to check in at the end of my day and kind of show you guys what this did. Oh, cool, there's already a dent in it. I probably did that. Cool. So anyway, guys, I will check in with you at the end of my day, show you a really good close-up of the mascara in real time. I will see you then. Sorry, I was just thinking about things I could do with $62. Yeah, okay. It's not 4 p.m. yet. Put this makeup on a little after 8 in the morning. It has not been a full 8 hours. I could have done this check-in at 11 a.m. I spent the better part of my day indoors. There's really no excuse for this. But the good news is, I'm gonna save you some money today. Khaki the bargain hunter. That's right. For a mere $0, you can be the proud non-owner of this $62 mascara. First of all, I don't understand how a brand or a brand owner can serve up such an audacious release. And I have to admit, guys, I'm a little fired up about a lot of things today. So like, the mascara might just be sort of the victim of my ire at this point. Like, it could be a little disproportionate, but a brand owner has served up a $62 mascara and said that it's not going to flake, it's not going to run, it's not going to smudge. Do you see my face? I'm gonna do a close-up, but I have mascara all underneath my eyes and all over the top of my eyes, not my lids, but like up here where my eyelashes touch. And all I have on that it's making contact with is other Westman Atelier products, other products from her line. There's no excuse for this, none whatsoever. You know, I'm gonna set the Westman Atelier conversation aside for a second, but I am so tired of spending money on makeup that doesn't perform. We've been doing the clean beauty thing now for almost 9 months straight, this whole year. And we've had some really great hits, and we've had some really huge misses, but I feel like these brands aren't innovating. I came to the clean beauty conversation because I felt like I didn't really have a place in the conversation of like the mainstream Sephora prestige beauty stuff. I would buy Too Faced and I would buy, I don't know, Natasha Denona even, or like Urban Decay and stuff like that. And I would just see the stuff that I had bought being sent for free to other YouTubers, and they were getting a jump on those reviews, and I felt like I was at a disadvantage because I wasn't bringing anything new to the table. I didn't have a hot take on these products because I wasn't that interested in them. And B, I'm not that into like the bright colors and everything on my face. And that was something that I had to come around to on my own. Like, I think I've already known that, but I had to like forgive myself for that. It's like, hey, guess what? This is just something I don't think looks good on my face. I'm not that interested in it. That said, going towards clean beauty has shown me results in terms of my skin. My skin has been very, very happy. I'm just finding it really hard to stay excited about this stuff when something this expensive with this many promises, like bold-faced lies, lied to my face. I spent this money and this is what it did. It's unacceptable. All right. Like I said, I'm fired up about a lot of other things today, but let's go ahead and do a close-up. All right, guys, here's the damage. I want you to see this. This has been happening since about 10 o'clock in the morning. And that was when I noticed it. It was probably happening immediately. I've tried not to touch it, but I'm telling you, I don't reach up and touch my eyes. I don't have watery eyes. This is not a product of user error. I feel very confident in saying that. And then it's all over here too. I don't know, guys. I mean, you're seeing just real-time frustration here. I don't have an answer. I just know that this sucks. Don't buy it. Definitely don't buy the mascara. Guys, I promise I'll have a happier video for you next time. I'm probably gonna do like a, like a favorites or something like that. If you guys found this helpful, I mean, it's always helpful to have a decisive video, so I hope you found this helpful. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing if you're not subscribed already. I promise I'm not always such a sourpuss. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.